Hello everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise, and today's reading is for Donald John Trump for his Thursday, September 3rd, 2020. And I'm going to, of course, have two decks here. I have the Universal Rider Waite and the Radiant Rider Waite. I'm going to draw 5 cards to show his actions for the day, and 5 cards to show his karmic experiences and the karma that he's accruing, beyond the day. Okay, so and he, these cards will show what's going on, I believe, but maybe not, they might not be what we see in the news. Okay, so his karmic experience for the day. And, that's accruing for his lifetime. Because, boy, he certainly is mismanaging his power. That's always the true test in each lifetime. Do we live from our love and our light inside, or do we mismanage that power and do things that are hurtful to others and very selfish? And he's obviously in the latter category. So we have the 5 of Pentacles. We have the Page of Wands. We have the Death card. Goodness. We have the 8 of Swords. Let's get these down here a little better. Okay. And we have the Empress. Well, that's interesting. Okay. And then for his karmic experience, we have the World, the 8 of Cups, the Page of Swords. Wow. Ooh, look at that. See why I used 2 decks? 8 of Swords twice. And the Page of Cups. Or I'm sorry, Knight of Cups. Okay, so... And I read the middle cards as the theme for the day. So his theme for Thursday, September 3rd, is a big change. A big change that creates more restriction for him, more restriction for other people. This could be Russia. This is normally the Mother Russia card, but this could also be the feminine. What he does is very, very destructive to the feminine and to children, and to everything that nurtures family. The Empress card is the mother card of the deck, where the Emperor is the father. And, whether it's healthy or not depends on the person, because it always comes down to free will. And remember with this guy, it's always darkest before the dawn with him, so we should never ever give up on ourselves just because, or don't ever give up on life, because it's really important to remember that love and truth will always prevail. I think that was Gandhi that said that, and I believe that it's true. So, not to don't get too down because of all the darkness that's up, all the corruption that's up at this time. He has helped the darkness to be seen, so I guess we can kind of thank him for that. But it was always there. That's the thing, is to remember that the world is not getting worse. We're in a purging. We've got Pluto in Capricorn, so we're purging the corruption. And Pluto, Saturn, and Jupiter, it's like we're purging anything that is, not in alignment with love and truth. So there's a, pushing up into our awareness, the distortion of love that was always bubbling down underneath. Well, now it's time to clear it out. And we can't clear it out if we didn't know it's there, from before. So our vote, our free will, exercising our free will help, create a brand new future for us. But we can't do our work, we can't do our inner work if we don't understand the false beliefs that hold those patterns in place. And what false beliefs he's had in place, and the reason his actions are the way they are, is because he doesn't really deep down inside, it's not the core of who he is, but the overlay, the personality, the ego defense, the unhealthy ego, believes in lack. He's got an extreme, deep-seated belief in lack, and that's what makes him greedy. Same with Mitch McConnell and Bill Barr and all these other guys that are just they are trashing their reputations and they're ruining their lives and they are creating major karma for them to experience. That is all because they have a deep-seated belief in lack. You can't create more abundance from lack. You have to tap into the abundance of your spirit and your light and the universe in order to create more abundance, or to create abundance from nothing. But that's not where he goes. He's tied up. So his actions today will be to shut somebody out, because that's what he does. He pushes people out, and he'll do it with his mouth. He'll do it with his I know the way kind of thing, follow me, his swagger, if he has any real, I don't believe he does, but this card can be seen as the dude with some swagger. And this, to me, this is his 13-year-old that got sent away to military school when his mother couldn't handle him anymore. And he says he liked it, but I think that's a lie. But I think that's the wounding that is the driving force. And there's big changes coming up for him. There should be some type of an ego death that he will be experiencing that will restrict him at some point, But as far as just his actions for the day, this has to do with the coronavirus and in the place where he doesn't care. He does not care. He can't find his inner light to guide anybody in that. We have a 13-year-old and a toddler in charge. Part of his wounding sometimes is coming from that toddler place. It says, look at me, and keep looking at me. I'm saying something. So from there, he's creating big changes, and which puts restriction on all of us. I mean, if the guy was coming from any bit of integrity, what he would be doing is getting some new plan underway to help people who are, destitute and having problems because of the coronavirus. So many of us have lost jobs, so many of us have lost income. Not all of us have, large amounts coming in for Social Security. He's trying to cut Social Security out. If you vote for him in the future, in 2020, you can just say, well, I'm also going to stab in the back every older person that has paid into their Social Security account for who knows, maybe 50 years of working, and at the least, 25. And what a betrayal that would be, and the death. This is what he's causing in America and across the world as well. So his karma, this karmic experience for this Thursday, he will walk away from what's going on in the world because he doesn't give a damn. He honestly doesn't care, and he might spew these lies about, the Obamagate, that Obama spied on him, but these are just lies. So he's created karma in a way where people are wanting to, of course, dive in deeper into what he's been doing and how he walks away from his responsibility to Americans and to humanity as a whole. And So there's something this day that is like, that is full circle, that has come full circle. And, but also for him, because this is the line of, his karmic experience, there's a place where there is a lack of closure in his deprivation consciousness. If this were a healthy individual, I would say that this has to do with an integration, and some bit of completion where you have come full circle and you can celebrate. But for him, I'm going to say it's a travel. He's probably traveling this day, and definitely wanting to get away, because the prying eyes are headed towards him. And so on a karmic level here, again with this Eight of Swords, my goodness, he's restricted. This is a major, major restriction for him. This is, isolation. And it doesn't make sense? Like if you're going to isolate other people from abundance, from nurturing, from caring, then you're going to get that back. That will be your karmic experience at some point. So, if he were smart, he'd be open to new perspectives, and there'd be some type of a release in his brain. But he's not. That's not how he operates. So this is like his own little self-created prison, and he's going to be feeling, this is why he wants to just get away, because he's feeling isolated already. And he needs to feel that in order to, experience the karma that he's created. That's, that's the cool thing about self-responsibility is, like, once you become responsible for your own life, and you realize that you're the only one that can really, do this thing in life here, that life is a mirror. Once you realize that, then you also know that you have the power to turn it around. So, but I don't know that he's going to get there in this lifetime. And with this Knight of Cups here, I think his experience, his karmic experience, is that he always thinks that he has to get from someone else. I'm going to read this as his just moodiness. He's going to experience some really dark moods here that keep him spinning in his self-created prison, and his issues with his mother. I'm going to see this as bigger than Russia. I think these are his issues with his mother. Yeah. So anyway, this card is so strong for the day. I think that we may see something in the news where he shows that he just doesn't care anymore. And he especially doesn't care about, the person that died in Portland who was shot. And he's lying about, he's been lying about speaking to the family and the pastor. The family is saying they don't have a pastor, and he's saying he spoke to the family's pastor. He just, he locks himself into that vicious circle of, going against life. There's no purity, there's no release into purity for him, because he's stuck. This is also the card of bankruptcy, and his actions are causing bankruptcies for people. Businesses, small businesses, that, any small business that couldn't get the loan, or where they ran out of money. Very, very challenging. And I feel like there's a part of him that's dying as well. There's a part of him that's dying because he's just not, we have these two eights right here. One goes away from something that isn't working, and his position in the world is not working for him. And everything that he's done in the world is not working. So there's no completion, there's no closure. Instead, it's just him running away. And then here we have his self-created prison. There's nowhere for him to run to. And his moods will overtake him, and he'll circle back into all of this. Because he needs to be the one that decides, I'm going to look deeper inside of myself and I'm going to heal this place. But I don't see him doing it in this lifetime, do you? Yeah, okay, well, that's all I got. I'll be back for Fridays. Thanks, you guys.